Calls for change are still echoing around the world after the death of George Floyd, and this weekend they grew to include an appeal for the rights of peoples in the LGBTQ plus community. A number of protests this weekend focused on Black trans rights after the murders of 2 trans women last week, with thousands of people marching in cities across the U.S. Here's scenes from some of those marches. Here at home, the relationship between the LGBTQ plus community and the Toronto Police Service is strained, and a lack of trust heightened during the Bruce McArthur murders 2 years ago. Joining us now to talk more about this is Beverly Bain from the University of Toronto. Welcome back to Your Morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie.
Describe for us, where does the relationship stand right now between police and the LGBTQ plus community?
There is no relationship, at least for the majority of us. The No Police and Pride Coalition, which is made up of members from Pride Toronto, of LGBTQ, BIPOC and trans, and Indigenous queer and trans, came together 2 years ago to ensure that police not be invited back into Pride to participate in the Pride festivities because of its lack of protecting and ensuring that trans and LGBTQ and BIPOC lives are safe. So right now, as you asked, there is no relationship.
Well, then how then do they begin to form relationship? What steps need to be taken?
I don't think that is a priority right now, considering what is happening politically. The police around the world have continued to actually target Blacks, racialized people who are also Black, queers, and trans. We are all part of that community. And as we continue to see, just recently, we had another killing of a Black man in the US. Here in Canada, there are 8 Indigenous people who have been killed since April 8th, the most recent being Levi and Chantel Moore. These are people who are part of the larger Black, queer, trans community. We are all part of the community. We are all affected by the kinds of policing that has happened across North America and here in Canada in particular. Pride Toronto membership voted twice not to have police back in Pride. So there is absolutely no interest in reforming relationships with police. What we are concerned about and what we are most interested in is defunding the police, not freezing the budget by 10% as was suggested and recommended by Kristen Wontam and Matt Lowe, who are both councillors of the City of Toronto. What we want is to see a huge chunk of the police budget being removed and put into communities, particularly Black, queers, trans, BIPOC communities, where we can think about and start developing new community initiatives to ensure that our communities are safe from police and other forms of violence. We're talking about a reimagining of public safety for BIPOC, queers, trans, and other LGBT and Indigenous and queer, trans, and folks as well.
Safety being the key priority. Beverly Bain, I want to thank you for joining us again on Your Morning. Great to have your perspective as always.
Thank you very much, Anne-Marie.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.